All right, we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have the wonderful Deann Shield Maiden in the house. It's always fun when Deann can join us. So, how are you doing, Deann?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I can't believe we got 2 days to Thanksgiving.
I know, isn't it crazy?
Yeah. My daughter's going to take over that for me. She's coming over and she's going to do all the cooking. I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, but you got to get her to have it at her house so that way you don't have all the cleanup to do.
Well, she actually ordered the dinner
Oh,
and
nice.
we just have to heat it up and throw everything away and there will be no dishes. It's weird. I'm going to make some stuffing though. I just don't trust store-bought stuffing to be right.
Right, I hear you. I'm not a big stuffing fan. It's a texture I don't care
Oh, I
for.
shouldn't make it. Yeah, then I'll be tempted to keep eating it. It's so good.
I'm going. Me and my husband are going to both of our families. It just wouldn't work for Thanksgiving for us to host because our families are too big, and it's too much with two families in the house. But so I have some traveling to do on Thursday between both places, and then see we host Christmas. We host Christmas Eve for my family and Christmas Day for his family. So that's always fun. All the cleanup and then clean up between two parties, and then you're
Yeah.
exhausted after Christmas Day, and your kitchen's a mess for 3 days trying to get all the dishes caught up.
Oh, that's the worst part is the dishes,
I
and I
know.
don't have a dishwasher. I have this for a dishwasher, my hands.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So if y'all have any questions, me and Deann are reading political or world event questions. You can go ahead and type them in all caps with a couple heart emojis. Um, Real quick before we start, just a couple housekeeping. If you're not subscribed to Deann's channel, please go over and subscribe. If we could have a moderator post her link, that would be awesome.
Okay.
And please hit the thumbs up on this video. Really helps with the YouTube algorithms, getting my content out there. And then also just one last announcement real quick. My members, we are doing our live stream, our weekly live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we're going to be doing just like a weekly collective reading, messages from spirit, and then we're going to do a Reiki healing as a group, which is always fun. And if anybody's interested in being a member, we would love to have you. I'm going to go ahead and just put that in the chat.
I don't know how to do that. How do you put your membership? Is there a link somewhere?
Yeah, I have a link on YouTube. I just have to find it.
Oh,
But
you have to tell me now.
but some of the perks, if you're interested in membership, we do a weekly live stream where I'll answer some personal questions. Sometimes we'll do the Reiki. I always like to do messages from spirit for the weekly energy, and then a pick a crystal monthly reading. And also, you get 10% off if you're interested in Reiki healing or readings. And I also do a monthly drawing for a free winner for a reading or Reiki session. So if
Do
anybody's
you have different
interested,
levels, or do you have just one level for your
I just have the
membership?
one level.
Just the one level?
All right. Well, before we start, was there anything that you wanted to read on today, Deann?
Well, at first I was really upset about when they Garland picked a special master.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was feeling like it was kind of passing the buck, you know.
Yeah.
But then the more I think about it, and the more I've looked at this man and felt just looking at his face, I feel like this guy is
He's serious. He means business.
I feel like he looks like you don't mess with him.
No,
I don't think
I agree.
45's threats and calling him a never Trumper and all that stuff is going to affect him at all. I think he's in big trouble, and I think he knows it.
Oh, he knows
and I
it.
think
He's
everyone
scared.
around him knows it or is worried about it.
Mm-hmm. I wrote on Saturday on my community board, just seeing his picture and just like kind of sitting in his energy for a second. He's very, very intense. He's like a warrior vibes is what I picked up. And yeah, like my guides were showing me like the Knight of Swords, like charging full steam ahead. I know a lot of people are worried about it slowing things down, but I think that um, what's the word? The indictments have been ready
Yes.
for like a month or two, a couple
I'm
months.
getting like January, February latest, maybe.
Well, I think that they've been ready. I think Garland was waiting until the midterms because in the summertime I was feeling like indictments are coming soon, and
Yes.
then I felt like he delayed it, so the energy changed a little bit. But I still feel that they're coming very soon. Um, it's just getting the new special counsel up to date on all of the evidence that they've collected, and I would be surprised if they did it before the Georgia runoff. But
Mhm.
I feel like end of December, January, I feel like an indictment for a couple people, and then I feel a bigger group. It
Yes.
feels like maybe a month or two later.
Yeah, I get MTG and Matt Gates. I
Hmm.
get them being in trouble too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, and I
There's
forgot
a
Lindsey
lot of
Graham
people.
just
He's going to throw them
testified.
all under the bus. When they
Uh-huh.
indict him, he's going to flip. He talks about people hating flippers. He's going to be the biggest flipper. He's going to tell everybody, this person, that person.
Hmm.
There's going to be so many people thrown under the bus when he gets indicted.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
absolutely. Well, and we're going to see that here very soon, because we're already seeing Republicans flipping on Trump. I'm just going to tell you, when Trump starts to really go down, he has taken the whole Republican Party with him. He will
He's
set
going to
fire to
burn
the
it all.
Republican Party. Yep. So get your popcorn ready for that at least. All right. Let's read on this first, actually, because I did hear that Lindsey Graham testified in Georgia today.
How did Lindsey? Okay, how did it go? How did Lindsey Graham?
Nikki, we don't do personal readings on Tuesdays. We just do political and world events. Oh, I just feel like intuitively, Lindsey Graham is so angry. Like my guys are showing him with like a huge like red face, like afterwards. He's showing
Yeah.
that he had to actually testify, and he knew that he was dog meat.
Well, I got the Five of Pentacles. He's in despair right now.
Yeah.
He's feeling left out in the cold, especially by 45 and those people. They're not really. No, everybody's out for themselves right now. So he's feeling
Mhm.
left out in the cold. I got the Four of Swords, fear and anxiety. I don't think it went real well. And I got the Emperor in reverse. So I feel like, yeah, there was a he's lack of control. He's not doing well. And is it a woman that he's going that's in
Yeah.
charge of that investigation? Yep. I got her bringing evidence forward for him. I got the Queen of Pentacles. Knows what she's doing, bringing evidence forward. And he is right now, bottom of the deck, the Hangman. He is paranoid and depressed right now.
Mhm.
I don't think it went the way he wanted it to go.
Yeah, me neither. I'm looking at these cards. The energy is not very good, I'll just say. But as I was kind of going through it and you were talking, I don't feel like he's quite flipped on Trump yet, but I think he will soon. I've never felt that Lindsey Graham was going to go to jail. These are all for entertainment
Well,
purposes only. I never felt he was going to go to jail because I think at some point that relationship, that partnership between him and Trump, I see him cutting that to save his own butt. Um, yeah, he's feeling very restricted. He knows he's trapped. They have the evidence here. He's trapped with his ties to Trump. I think that relationship is still strong, though. But I do sense that will be changing.
well, I did ask if Lindsey, what was that thing you said? You that Lindsey Graham was, that you didn't think it was going to go. Anyway, I pulled one more card for him. I lost my train of thought there for a second.
Sorry, I
I
didn't
got
catch
the
you up
death of
that
his
you were done.
career
Mm.
and stabbed in the back.
Yeah. I've always
So,
felt like it would be the end of his career. I've just never felt jail time for him.
yeah, that's what I was trying to think of that
Mhm.
he said. I read with the pendulum, will he go to jail? I got no, but I think he may step down.
Yeah, I feel like the Hermit card comes through for his future. Like he goes into hiding, but he's in a very dark place after he has to leave, and he loses all of his power and everything. I feel like I just see him like in the dark with like a bottle of wine. So
I feel like the ones that don't go to jail, they are going to flip, and they will be told, if you flip, if you give us the right information, we will let you go, but you have to step down from your position.
Maybe that's yeah. Yeah, but I get that. I'll just go into my cards real quick for Lindsey. He's got the Judgment card signifying himself. Obviously, bad judgment for him. But I do feel like we may actually learn something here very soon about his testimony, because we have this along with the Ace of Wands, so some kind of action coming out. Obviously, he's got the Devil above. Like I said, I don't think he's in a very good headspace. I feel like he's extremely angry, but that's also being chained to the devil, to Trump. You know, he's enslaved to him. Yeah, that group work with Trump. But I do get that he's going to be defeated. You know, we have the Five of Swords. I do think that there's going to be further action taken against him. Maybe an indictment himself, but not jail time.
Yeah.
He's defeated. And this is also, he's stabbed in the back by his partnership, Trump. So, yeah, I feel like he's going to flip on Trump.
Yeah, I think he's going to flip on him too. I think he'll try. You know, he's a flip-flopper anyway. First he hates 45 and says if we voted for him, we'll get what we deserve, you know, and he'll ruin the country. Next minute, when he's president, he's licking his boots. So, I mean, he's a flip-flopper anyway. Yeah. Couldn't happen to a more spineless guy. That's true. Right. He is.
Yeah.
Anybody doubt? You don't even need that. I just can't even doubt if it comes to him going to jail, he'll flip.
I agree. Oh yeah, but I agree with you though too. I feel like if he doesn't step down, he won't seek re-election. I think he may step down though. I'm not sure when he's up. I think maybe 2024 he might be up. So, do we feel any indictments before the end of the year? I know you're saying before January, but
before the end of the year. I was getting in January. See, is there any indictments before the end? I'm getting not before. I don't think before the end of the year.
I feel like if it happens, it'll be after Christmas or around.
Yeah, or January. I keep feeling January. But they're going to be getting information, more and more information.
I think it's around the end of the year, beginning of the year, because I'm getting a maybe. I don't think it's totally clear if he's indicted before the end of the year. I think that's the right time frame, though, Guy.
Yeah, I got a no as far as the end of the year. But...
yeah, it doesn't feel like it's too far off, though. All right. Oh, well, while we're on this, Phoenix Rises Renee says, in an interview on Sunday, Zoe Lofren from the January 6th, she's a member, said within a month, the public will have everything that we've found, all the evidence for good or ill. What will be in the report? And that's really interesting. I don't think we're going to get everything. There's some
by January 6th.
There's some stuff in there that I don't see them letting out. They'll give it to the DOJ.
I think we might later find out more about the Mueller report. It may be unredacted, and we're going to find out what was in that eventually. So some of that stuff may come out against him too, or be used against him. Will the public find out about what was in? Yeah, I feel like we're going to find out some of that too. But I think, once he's indicted, they'll have to come public with a lot of it, but I don't know if that soon, or all of it.
Yeah, I just feel like in the January 6th report that will be released before the end of the year, I don't think that all of the evidence that they've collected will be in the report.
Yeah, I got a no and a maybe. So I think it's just, we may figure out some, but not all.
Yeah. I'm going to throw some cards. Let's read on what will be in the January 6th report.
Okay. Let me see. I want to try some of Andrea's cards, see if I get anything with them.
Ooh. Well, that's really interesting. Just out of my cards, I'm feeling like be patient. I know somebody was asking about indictments. Be patient. We all know that justice takes a while, but justice is coming, and there will be many people in jail. I feel like there will be some House members in jail. Justice is coming, and these people are trapped. They have the evidence, but be patient. In regards to what will be in the report, it's going to be very burdensome for a lot. It's going to be there. It's going to be overly burdened, overly stressed. I do think that the energy crossing, there's going to be a lot about, like the oath keepers. These are mercenaries for sale. The insurrectionists, obviously, and a lot of deals that we didn't know about. A lot of partnerships. But I do think that we will get some good news because we're moving into calmer waters. So, there's a lot of things up and that's unknown, kind of turbulent waters moving to shore to calmer waters. But yeah, there is action coming in the future. We have somebody that's very enthusiastic, really passionate leader coming in. And then it's interesting too. I think we'll be celebrating, but this is also my house card because the house in the back. So obviously it circles around Congress. But yeah, just be patient. I do feel justice is coming. These people are trapped. They already have a lot of that evidence. I don't think it's all going to be released in the report though.
Well, I got that it's layered, but it's going to be a S-storm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's going to involve other world leaders. I think it may involve Russia. Some things that were done
Maybe
with
that's
Russia.
why I got the sea, like overseas.
With money. Having to do with money in Russia. And the shocked and reverse, I don't think we're going to be shocked. I think we know that this went on. But I think it's just going to come out where we're going to find out, the shitstorm of what they did, who did what for money with world leaders. We're going to find out. And I believe that's Russia.
Yeah. I had overseas with that Six of Swords. So
yeah. Taking money that they should not have taken.
Right. Karen's like, what, Russia? I said that sarcastic.
Russia, as he would.
Yeah, it always boils down to Russia, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it could be too. I think a lot of them are going to be in trouble for COVID money that they did not allocate the way they were supposed to be, and some people pocketing that. I think the COVID thing is going to come out too.
Yeah, that wouldn't come out in the January 6th report.
No, but I mean later. I'm seeing.
Who do you think is going to be the first to be indicted? I do feel like Trump will be indicted. I feel like it's going to be the documents will be like the first thing of indictments, and then it feels like a couple months after the January 6th. But I do feel like Trump and like two other people around him, maybe Eastman.
Oh, Eastman, yeah, I think for sure.
Maybe Rudy. I don't know. It feels like it's two people around Trump, and then I feel like a large group of people get indicted. That could maybe be where the House members that were part of the
Rudy, Eastman. We're going to find out about MTG, some things that they did, and Matt Gaetz with regards to money. But yeah, he's going to take down a lot of people with him.
Yeah, I agree.
And Kevin, is it Kevin McCarthy?
McCarthy, yeah, McCarthy.
Yeah. He's in trouble. I think Jared and Ivanka, they may be the moles that are telling on him about the documents that told, but I see Jared being in trouble too, but for different reasons.
Kathy asked a really weird question. Hopefully I'm, well, it's not a weird question, but different. I mean, she says, I'm learning tarot. I want to know what tarot card would relate to an out-of-body experience. I had to think about that for a second. Could be the moon, like mystery.
Could it be the, what am I thinking? Not the Empress. I can't think. I'm trying to think of the name. You know, the one with the secrets, the High Priestess.
Yeah, maybe the High Priestess. I think even maybe like the Hangman, because he's upside down physically, but having to see the world from a different point of view, or like, you know, getting enlightenment, getting out of the body. I don't know if I would. I think that you could interpret a couple different cards. Not that a single card would necessarily mean an out-of-body experience, but I would just use your intuition and kind of tap into it. Those are the two that I'm kind of feeling, like the moon and like the Hangman, that come to mind. All right, let's see.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
I have to think about all the different cards.
Yeah.
That's the Hierophant. I could see that.
The Hierophant?
Ooh, breaking. I think somebody just sent this to us too. Breaking news. SCOTUS is releasing Trump's taxes to the House as per Constitution. Yeah, I definitely felt the House is going to get his tax returns for sure.
Yeah, I think they all should have to show their tax returns, because regular government employees all have to show theirs. So why would not the highest ranking people in the president have to, you know, not have to show theirs too?
Right.
Maybe that'll change. Maybe that law will change because of all
I
this.
feel like there's going to be rules in place so that we don't ever have somebody like Trump in the presidency again. And Lisa said the Supreme Court just cleared the way for release of Donald Trump's tax returns to the House. They better hurry up because where the Republicans come in. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they need to.
I've always said, though, I felt like the taxes and finance stuff for Trump and his Trump org were really going to be what takes Trump down. Not that there's not other things looming too, because I've always felt like Letitia James always, like I felt like she was going to take him down. But I even feel like the IRS is going to go after Trump and his companies.
Yep.
I had to catch up. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I think the January 6th committee, they're going to turn over all their evidence before January.
Oh, yeah. You mean,
so the new guy will have all that evidence too.
Yeah. I think they already have given a lot of stuff.
I think so too. They're going to make sure he has all that before the Republicans take the House.
Yeah, I agree.
And I keep feeling like they're more moderate, that these crazy, right-wing, Republicans that are radical, I think they're not going to want that anymore. I don't think they want that anymore.
Do we want to read on the House? I feel like the energy every time I tap into the House is really murky, because I felt like Democrats would win by just a very slim. As we know, it looks like they're projecting the Republicans are going to take it by a couple seats. But I know I've read before if they were going to be seated in January, and I felt like no, the energy feels very murky. When I tap into who will be the next speaker, I don't really see McCarthy, and if it is McCarthy, I think it's going to be a very, very short time.
he's not going to be able to control the MTGs and the Boberts and all that. And I think we have shown with this election, they didn't have the red wave that they wanted, that people want them to work together. People want things to be more balanced, and he's not going to be, he can't seem to balance things. So I don't think he'll last long. And then I think he's got some trouble coming for him too legally.
I agree.
So what are we going to ask?
Let's just read on what the house is going to look like. The energy around the house.
After
it's
January?
Very weird. Yeah, we can read it that way. Hi, Scott. Thanks for stopping by. Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot.
Oh, hi, Scott. Looking very good so far.
Yeah, and even like the first card I get out, this is illusion, delusion, cloudiness.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good for Hakeem Jeffries, though, for Democratic leadership. I've been saying that for a while. I felt good about him and Raskin. That's interesting. I feel like some people are going to have to leave. If it doesn't happen in January, it's going to happen not too far out. Because we have lost, feeling out in the cold, 5 of Pentacles. And there's some people being defeated above, being backstabbed, betrayed. And then when I look into the future, it looks like indictments, trap, those in the government with the Hierophant. Hierophant, the government, traps in prisons with indictments. And I've always, the number 8 sounds good too. Me and Deann were talking before. I feel like it's at least 8 people in the house that are going to go down. I feel 8 very strongly, at least 8. I feel like 8 to 12. But yeah, and then we have the 8 too. So like I've said all along, I feel like very strangely calm about things. Sure, even if Republicans stay in charge, some of them are going to want to, do their craziness. But I really see a lot of moderate Republicans rejecting that Trumpism in their party, and I think they'll work and be bipartisan with Democrats. I really feel like it's going to be okay.
Well, I got with the House, I got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse as the signifier card. So there's going to be some interruptions and some outside influences, some disruptions in the House. They're going to find out some things in the House, and it's going to cause some setbacks, delays. I have a feeling they're going to find out some people that are going to have to be taken out of there, and it's going to cause delays and setbacks. I also get the Justice in reverse, and they're saying clarified by great fortune in reverse. So I feel like they're going to say there's going to be some accusations made by people that are in the House towards the people in the House, and they're going to say it's a false accusation, it's unfair, it's not, it's biased, whatever. But there's going to be some accusations that are going to be made, and those people in the House, the Republicans, are going to be having to defend themselves. Yeah, they're going to be standing there, but I think this is it can also stand for the last stand. Then it says we have some hope and we'll be moving forward, because this is the 5 of Cups in reverse. So I feel like there is going to be some healing in the House. That there's going to be some healing in the House, that things are going to get better. Because right now, with the way they're doing, we're stagnant. There's not an ability to move forward with the way people are doing. There's going to be arguing back and forth. So I feel like the Republicans are resisting the change. There's going to be change. They're resisting the change, but change is going to come. And they're not going to be able to manipulate it like they did last time when they had total control.
Right. They won't have the votes to allow these crazy. And like I've said for the longest time, the Republican Party's going to implode. They're going to fight and turn on each other, and then you're going to have Trump going after everybody that goes against the MAGA Republicans, and it's going to implode.
Well, and with Trump, I got that.
Too. Oh, bad health, yeah. I was feeling like some of the changes to the House too, like maybe there would be a change in this, a couple of the seats from Republican to Democrat, because maybe somebody's passed away or something like that due to bad health. But it's interesting that you got healing, because I had the Ace of Cups, which can definitely be like a healing card too. So it changes with that. I really feel like it's going to be okay, you guys. If I felt like it was going to be, doom and gloom and, we have a reason to be really frightened, I would tell you I felt that way. But I really feel very strangely calm. So
yes. I think some of those radical people are going to be removed.
Yeah, I do too. And I think before the next election too. I feel like there's an opportunity for Democrats to retake the House before the next midterm.
It may be.
Yeah.
Now, how does that work? Do you know, like, if, say, they remove MTG, does her opponent get to take her place? Or if they found out she did things illegal, or does that state have to decide that, we have to put another Republican? And if they do that, I'm sure it will be a more moderate Republican, even if they did have to do that.
For the Senate, I think that the governor can appoint, because there's so many House races. I think they have special elections. It could be different for each state, but just look, let's say Boebert gets indicted. We see how close that election was. Very easily that Democrat could have won. So that could be a flip from Republican to Democrat if there was a special election, and things like that. So
I wish they would have asked for a recount on that one. If they were Republican, they would have.
I think that there is a recount happening, because I think it automatically does in Colorado if the win is less than a half of a point. I think, but I'm pretty sure that Boebert's opponent conceded. But I've said that's very surprising to me that she won. Like I said, it was very close. I think it was by like 500 votes.
It was.
And I feel she's going to leave one way or another. If it's not from her losing her election, when indictments come or convictions, which we know can take some time.
It'll happen how it's supposed to happen, but I was surprised they didn't ask for a recount on that one too.
Yeah, I feel Karen says Adam will replace Boebert in Colorado 3. I feel like yes. Yeah, but I do think each state has their own law. I know a lot of times, though, for the House races, I think that they have special elections. Yeah, I agree with you, Karen. All right, let me just see.
Earth Mama says, no, they have new election in the House. In the Senate, the governor appoints anyone he wants.
For the Senate. I think it's different for the House.
Just the Senate. Oh, okay.
But like I said, it could be different in states. States all have different laws. So, but I think they have special elections for the House. All right, we got some questions back here that are interesting. Nancy asks, what is the future for Candace Owens' relationship with Trump? Is she I've heard the name. I don't know what she does. Is she
Isn't this the one who testified in the January 6th? Am I thinking wrong?
I think you're thinking wrong. I think Candace Owens is with Fox News.
Candace Owens. Let me look, because
I know what her face looks like. I know that she's vile.
I'm good with faces, but sometimes names,
Mm-hmm.
I have to. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, she's the talk
okay. I know who she is. Yeah.
All right, let's just take a look. I'll throw a couple cards on it.
She's the one who wore the White Life Matters jacket with Ye or Kanye.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's really far. I don't feel like a fracture in their relationship. I'm not picking that up right now or in the near future, but we could throw some cards on it. I agree with you, Linda. I can't get into that though. On YouTube's been watching, you know, taking down videos. People may question the elections. So, but I agree with you. Yes. They'll even if somebody writes in the comments, I've seen where they'll like cross something out. I have your question. We'll look at that, Somalia. Oh, that's interesting. I think she's in some legal trouble.
Uh-huh.
I haven't zoomed in on her before. It's really interesting. Yes, she's defending Trump. This is her position. Yeah. She's going to continue to defend Trump. I don't know if their relationship has been rough at all lately, but I do think that they're going to stay close because she's a soldier for Trump. She's on the attack with her radical, propaganda, Fox News stuff that she promotes. But I also get too that there is with this two of wands. You see, he has a globe in his hand, and it's like looking at Russia. So I feel like she's got a Russia connection too. In her future, there's some quick action coming in, quick justice. And we have Garland or Biden coming in with that. So I'm assuming if it's justice, it would be Garland. But yeah, there is some legal action taken against her. But I don't see their relationship not anytime soon fraying.
Well, I got the death card in reverse. That she kind of fears changing or being without him. Like she needs him. He's helping her career, but I also got clarifying that she's a false person.
Yeah.
And I also am getting that she's going to have to make a decision about some things that are going to come up because they're going to find out that she made the thief. I don't know if that's her involved or him. And she's worried about losing that high honor that she has, being associated with him. She
thinks that she has, maybe.
Yeah, she's
so delusional.
She's emotionally immature too. Yeah. But yeah, I think that she knows she's expecting something to come. But yeah, she's a false person and she's a taker. She's on the take. She's using him. So, and you don't want to lose that money and that high honor. So yeah, she'll stick with him for now, but later she may have to make a decision.
Okay. All right.
Maybe she'll be questioned about some things.
I feel like when I was reading those cards, there's like a quick legal action taken against her.
I feel like something she's going to have to make this difficult decision, a painful choice, to maybe separate from him in the future. But right now, she don't want to. As long as he's doing okay.
Right.
Then the rats will jump the ship when he gets indicted.
Yeah. No middle name says Candace Owens is an immoral grifter, in my opinion. I agree. I don't know a whole lot about her because I don't watch that kind of news, but I know that she's a bit crazy and out there.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about her either. I just seen her wearing that jacket. I've seen her a few times, but
she's all part of like the Russia propaganda machine, Trump machine. Like I said, there's definitely Russia ties there. Deb O asks, is Brett Favre going to face any justice for his part in taking money from Mississippi welfare? Is this a small part or a bigger picture? I don't know about jail time, but I definitely feel like a large hefty fine.
Yeah, maybe on that.
I think it's really going to taint his reputation. I'm not really into sports so much, but taint his legacy, I just heard. And I feel like shelling out some big money too.
Yeah.
But I don't feel jail. I'll throw some cards on this.
I don't think he's going to go to jail or anything. I think I got the fool card. I think he was foolish. You know, he just wasn't thinking. He wasn't paying attention. I don't know, but says he was a fool. He was foolish. And right now he's got the Two of Wands. He's looking out in what direction. What is he supposed to do now? You know, he's trying to figure out his next steps. Let's see, the Ace of Wands. Trying to decide what the Ace of Wands would represent in this situation. Somebody may be handing him an opportunity of another kind, but I think in this situation, I got the Ace of Swords in reverse. He wasn't clear thinking. He was foolish. He wasn't thinking clearly. He's going to have to find a new direction. This may have hurt his career. And he has right now, he's the hangman. He's in the lack of direction. He don't know what he's going to do right now.
Yeah.
This has hurt his reputation.
I definitely feel reputation and affecting his money.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard about the case, but I think it was like a big scheme because I have that there's collaborative work and also too like we have the devil in the past, so like a nasty plan with others to take this money. Yeah, he's definitely kind of in the retreat, laying low. Because he wanted that abundance, all that money, and to celebrate, live good. He's definitely feeling very, very tired and battle weary. So I think that, this is just the beginning for him. I don't see that this is going to wrap up anytime soon. It's going to be a huge headache for him. And we have his finances shifting, crossing him. He does have some kind of loss. I think he might cooperate in this investigation. Maybe that's what saves him on the jail time. But yeah, this is going to be like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trials. It's going to be very publicized and watched around the world. But I kind of feel like it just tarnishes his reputation, and there's a lot of money that's had to be paid. Lots of fines.
Makes me sad. I was a big Brett Favre fan. My husband's from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and was born and raised there, and so he's a big Packer fan. So I really liked watching him play football and stuff. So I think it really ruined his reputation. A lot of people that looked up to him, and that's what's going to bother him the most.
Yeah, it's like his legacy is destroyed from this.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Debo. That was something different to read on. I don't mind doing, like some of the pop culture kind of stuff either. Sweetie darling Lulu says, why is Weisselberg still protecting Trump?
Okay.
I feel he's going to flip at some point. I do feel him flipping on Trump at some point. If it comes push to shove, he's going to jail unless he testifies against Trump. He will do it to save himself. I know that I think he has testified, but I I think he was talking more. He would not talk about Trump and the family.
He's worked for them for so long. I think that there's, you know, he doesn't want to get them in trouble, but he's going to get himself in trouble if he doesn't give them enough information.
Anyway. But I do feel him flipping on Trump. Maybe he gets sentenced and he gives testimony on Trump to reduce his sentence or something like that. Or agrees to cooperate against Trump so that he doesn't get sentenced as much. That's interesting. Hi, Kevin, the Healing Medium.
Hi, Kevin.
Phoenix Rise Renee says he has a deal, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, or he and his son go to jail. I feel like they may go to jail, but I feel like he might testify to get some of his sentence reduced.
He's been with that family so much, he feels loyal to them, and at the center of it, he got the Queen of Cups. He doesn't want to feel disloyal.
He feels that he views Trump as family.
Yes, and Ivanka and the rest, because he's been with them for so long, and they've manipulated him. And at the root of it is the Seven of Swords. You know, look at that. He stole money. They stole money. They deceived. You know, It was deceit. So that's at the root of it. I think he may hope that, I don't know if he thinks, he can't possibly think that Trump can get him out of this, but I think he's just, like you said, he feels like they're his family.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that fly out as I was shuffling.
Yeah, again, in the future, the sun in reverse, he's going to be very unhappy. You know, if he doesn't flip on him, he's going to be very unhappy. He needs to flip on the false person, but he does. He's got, emotionally, he's attached.
Yeah.
It's like not wanting to tell on your friend, not wanting to tell on your, you know,
on your family.
Worked for years. And I think Trump's maybe, I don't know if he's getting contact from people like, remember, what's his name that ended up, they said killed himself in the cell, that bar, his name just escaped. Epstein. Well, you know, they get people that can send messages too in prison. And I wouldn't be surprised if messages aren't being sent to him. Just hang on, we're going to get you out of there, or don't you flip, or, you know, he may be also afraid too.
Yeah.
Because look what happened to Epstein. You know, they have people that can get a hold of you, and maybe he's been threatened too. I don't know, but
I'm sure. Or like if you flip, you know, I think somebody said he'd have to go into witness protection. Right. I see him flipping at some point, but right now, you know, he still views Trump as his family, his friend. He's coming through as a king of rods. There's a friendship, defending his friendship. You know, the devil next to that, so kind of being enslaved to the devil. But I do see truth coming out, because next to that we have the sun, so that's things being revealed. We have the moon crossed by the Page of Swords, so this is secrets, things unknown, things in the dark right now, and this is that information being revealed. So I do think that he will eventually decide to flip on him, like his friendship isn't enough for all of this, because I think they're going to offer him some hope, maybe commuted sentences, something like that.
Yeah.
I think for a little while he's still going to hold firm, but things are going to change for him. It's really the death of him and that family, the family legacies in the past. So yeah. And I do see it causing some fights and conflict between him and the family.
Yeah.
The Trump family.
I think the same thing. I think it's loyalty, but I think there may have also been some veiled threats. You know how it's just like They don't really threaten you, but they say.
It's in a mop-off way.
Exactly. He
Like
may
telling
have been
somebody what to do. I don't feel Tiffany was involved, Sonia.
No, I don't either.
I don't
She's
think
the
that
one
she was really
innocent.
close with that side of the family. I mean, she went out a little bit for Trump to campaign, but not really. I don't feel she's very close with her dad or her half siblings. 'Cause she has a different mom than the
Marla
other three.
Maples.
Yeah, so it feels like they're kind of separate, and she's not really a big part of Trump's business. All right, let me just see. This is fun. Time goes by so quickly,
It
especially like
does.
my labs. Always goes
Sorry,
by
I'm
so
having
quickly.
these brain things. You know how when you have a word and it just leaves your head when you get older,
Right?
it happens more.
Yeah. Icewolf asked an interesting question. She says, "Hi Kevin, hi Deann. Will there be a solar flare coming that will affect Earth and spirituality ascension soon?" I'm getting a very, very strong yes. It feels like next month, December.
I'm getting a yes also. Will there be a solar flare? Back and forth for me is a yes.
So are you getting a big yes?
Yeah, and when were you getting it? You were thinking it was going to
I
happen?
feel like next month. December came
Will
to
it
me.
be this month? Yeah, I'm getting the same.
Yeah. And a lot of times too, especially when there's a lot of solar activity, really if you can get out of your own mind, out of your own ego and just be like really present in the moment, those downloads, you'll get really strong downloads. I feel like when I have a lot of stuff going on and I'm not the most aware, I don't notice them as much. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of downloads that come from a lot of solar activity. But I do feel like a strong, big yes. We've been really ascending since COVID has happened, since Trump.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's very hard for us, but really, the hard times is when we learn and grow the most if we're open to that. I mean, we can allow it to overwhelm us and be a victim, or we can, reflect on the hard things and say, well, what did we learn from this? How did it really help us grow and evolve? And really, a lot of these negative things going on in the world have to be revealed for us to be aware of them and to really make those changes that we're looking. So I get a definite yes to that question, Icewolf. It feels like next month there's going to be a lot of solar activity.
Yeah, same here.
Thank you. I like doing different stuff other than the politics all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. That's why sometimes I do just fun stuff, like last time with my curlers in my hair.
Right. Phoenix Rise says this is the Weisselberg deal. He gets 5 months in jail and 5 years probation. If he does not cooperate, deal will be revoked. But I think he stated beforehand, I think it was for Trump, or he wasn't going to do anything to go against Trump. But I do think that maybe that was the deal that I'm feeling like. But I definitely feel some jail time for him.
What?
No middle name says, someone joked Trump's big announcement was Tiffany is pregnant and 45 thinks by her husband. All right, let's see.
She's so much better off she was raised away from him. Well, no, sure.
Yeah, I agree, Sonia. They don't treat her well. I don't see a loving relationship with her half siblings. Trump's, I don't think, has ever really treated her well. I don't know if I would say she's a good person. Not to say that people are bad people. I don't think that she's involved with a lot of the stuff going on at Trump board. I feel like she kind of does her own separate thing from the family.
She was a singer. She was into singing there for a while, I know.
I think she modeled too, if I remember correctly.
What's that?
I said I think she was a model for a short time too.
Oh yeah. I know Ivanka was a model.
Yeah.
They asked him when she was a baby, she was just a baby. They said, what is your hope for Tiffany as she grows up, your new little baby? And he goes, well, I hope she has a chest and legs like her mom. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a baby. Yeah, it is disgusting.
I mean, look how he acts around Ivanka too. He's even said, if she wasn't his daughter, he would date her. Like it's kind of sick.
And he's always putting his hand on her butt, or and just different when she was younger. Yeah, yeah. I bet you Marla Maples did not like having to do pictures with Melania either.
Right. I think she did it to. I mean, obviously it's her daughter's wedding. I felt like she was going to be civil, but
that's why they did it for her. They did it for Tiffany.
Yeah. All right. This is going to be our last question for today. So, Somalia asked, will North Carolina ever elect a Democrat for the U.S. Senate? I get a very strong yes.
I was just getting a maybe. It wasn't telling me. Let's see.
I definitely feel, I mean, North Carolina went for Obama, I think, his first term, and since then it's stayed like a little bit more Republican, but still like very competitive. And I do feel like, with the growing populations in that state in particular, I see it growing and becoming more Democratic. I think we're getting closer and closer every election. So I get a strong yes.
I get that there's movement coming. There is movement in that direction coming, but a lot of people there are just they fear change. They're not wanting to move forward. So I think it will happen, but it's going to be a while. Because right now, they don't want change. They're undecisive, but I think it will happen. But I'm getting that it'll be a little while. There'll be conflicts and things about it, but I think it will happen. And I got the page of Pentacles, so it'll happen, but it'll be just start. It'll be a start of that.
I get an absolute yes.
Did you? I got yes, but I got that it's not going to be right for a while.
I definitely feel like the momentum's building, though.
Yeah,
the coalition's coming together and gaining momentum. There's a lot of group work and money being put in North Carolina by Democrats, and it is helping to move that needle.
Well, these two cards give me hope that change is coming in fast, and it's a start. It's a start of something new coming in, an offering of a new way of doing things.
Yeah,
You're just not sure when.
Yeah. Well, and that's always the thing. I don't think it's too far off. If it's not the next election, maybe the election afterwards, but it's definitely trending that way. We got partnerships and deals being made with Democrats. When I asked, will Democrats take, and we have victory and success in the future.
Good.
I feel like a lot of money is being poured into that state, and I'm getting to be patient. And then here, it's once again, the Lovers is kind of similar to the Two of Cups. Like, there's that agreement reached, that pact made for Democrats. So I get a definite yes. Yes, North Carolina is definitely in play. And I think even from these midterm elections, which, I felt very good about Sherry Beasley. And I know that it was very competitive and very close. I feel like the margins, since Trump's and Republicans have won, it has been shrinking and definitely becoming more competitive. So
I tried using the pendulum, and I got not this election, but the next.
Yeah.
When I used the pendulum for time.
All right. Well, I always enjoy having Deann on our show for our every other Tuesday show. If you haven't subscribed, go over to her channel and subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. Again, members, if you're watching, we're doing our weekly live stream tonight at 7, and we're going to do a group Reiki session. So, all right, everyone. You all have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you all in a couple weeks.
Happy Thanksgiving.